Hi friends, let's talk about modules in OutSystems. When we create a new application, OutSystems asks us to create a module as well, right? So we'll understand in this video what type of modules OutSystems provides us, what is the meaning of that module, and what exactly a module is. So a module is basically a basic building block. In a simple language, we can say one application is a collection of multiple modules. Let me show you first on UI. When we create an application, now OutSystem asks us to create a module and it gives these options: reactive web application, blank, service, library, extensions. So let's try to understand what are these types. So let's begin. So a module in OutSystems is basically a fundamental building block of the application. We can simply say that one application is collection of multiple modules, and each module encapsulates the responsibility while connecting with other modules. Let's have an example of a building or a house analogy. In a house, a team builds a kitchen, another team simultaneously build the bedroom, right? And another team work on bathroom and bathroom tiling, but overall they build a house together. So we can say that kitchen is a separate module, bedroom is a separate module, and bathroom is a separate module. Three multiple teams or more than three teams are working together and building a house. Similarly, in OutSystems as well, user is a module where we will be handling user specific stuff. Order is a specific module where we will be handling order specific stuff. And payment will be a separate module where we will handle payment mechanisms, right? And all these things together, or all these modules together, will build a ERP system. So let's understand the module components. The first component is screen and UI. A module can have pages, screen, UI, and layout specific, UI specific components. Then business logic. Module can also have actions, workflow, and business specific rules. Then data models, in the sense module can have data tables and associated stuff. Then integration with third party applications. If we are integrating, then we can have APIs in the module. And a module can have a reusable component, reusable logic, reusable action, so that we can reuse the same thing in another module. Now let's talk about type of module. One is end user module. As the name is suggesting, in this type of module, we can create components which will be directly relating to the end user. In short, screens, because screen is something which end user uses directly. So in this type of module, we can create screens, we can create logic flows, we can create actions and database as well. But the major focus of this type of module is screens and user specific stuff. Then OutSystems provides a specific service type of module. In this type of module, we can create business logic, we can create integration services. We cannot create screens in this type of module. And third type of module is library module, where we can create reusable libraries, we can create reusable UI components, reusable logic, reusable functions, helper function. There is one more type of module available in OutSystems, which is extension. If we need to develop something which is not readily available in OutSystems, then we can create .NET code, develop the .NET code, and we can integrate that with our OutSystems application in a form of extension. In that case, we can create extension type of module. Now let's have a look to the e-commerce architecture. We can create a user module which will be handling user management. Then a product module which will be handling a product catalog and product specific stuff. Then a cart and order specific service module which will be handling the business rule associated to cart and order management. Same for payment. And we can create a reusable notification module which will be used everywhere, right? Product catalog will also require notification, order and cart will also require notification. So notification can be part of library module. Now, why module matters? scalability, right? If we are having multiple modules, it means responsibilities are limited to that particular specific module. It will be easy to scale. Also, it will be easy to collaborate in a team. If there is just one module and everyone is working on that module, conflicts will be high. So with a multi-module architecture, it always become easy for a team to work on a same or on a single project. Also the reusability. If we are having multiple modules or we are having modules specific to the business need, then we can easily reuse that in another modules or in another application. And if it is providing reusability, it's providing team collaboration, it will be easy to maintain always. Now, what are the benefits in practice? If we are following the modular approach, then parallel development will be very easy. There will be independent testing cycle. If we are just making any change in one single module, we will not require, or not necessarily always will require, to test every single thing. We can just focus on the functionalities associated to that module. Then version control will also be very easy, and it will be per module. Then we will be having a granular deployment option, like we will need to deploy just that specific stuff. We will not require to deploy each and everything. And from the maintenance point of view also, it will be very easy. If a defect is coming, we will be targeting to the specific module. Ownership will be clearly defined, and the risk of regression testing, or in the regression testing, the risk will be reduced if we are following the modular architecture. So that's why OutSystems encourage to follow the modular architecture, and OutSystems encourage to define the proper module based on the responsibility. Once we will go deeper in this tutorial, we will understand what type of module should be created at what instance. So I hope you understand. If you have any question, you can ask me anything. Bye bye. We'll meet in the next lecture.